girls, but yet again, when the audience start asking questions, the second question I get asked is, what advice would you give to the mothers of teenage boys? Ah, come now. I'm the woman. Why are you asking me this? Are people purposely trying to ask me difficult questions? Now I know how Paul McCartney felt when I interviewed him and asked him what he'd do if he were in a car crash that totally destroyed his face. So, Sir Paul, would you use plastic surgery to build back the face of Paul McCartney? Or would you choose another face so you could live the rest of your life in pleasant anonymity? I thought I was honouring him with a tricky yet clever question. Instead, he treated it as a joke. I'd get the face of David Cameron instead, indicated that this had been my final question, and then terminated the interview. Unfortunately, this is not my final question. It's just, I have a teenage girl, and there seems to be loads of advice for mothering a girl, the woman in the audience continues. That's why I read your book. But I also have a son, and for him, I can find nothing. I just wondered if you had any advice for women trying to raise, and here her voice falters for a minute, good, happy boys and men. Well, obviously, I have no experience of raising boys. I've got 2 girls, I start. But I guess my question, and it's to all of us here, is this. Why should this be the women's problem? Interestingly, this is the second time this week I've been asked about men, and both times it was a woman asking me. But why is this a question for feminism? Feminism is the only socio-political invention dedicated solely to helping women. It would be ironic, would it not, if women, having spent the last 100 years knackering themselves trying to solve the problems of women, now had to go and solve all the problems of men as well. It's getting some laughs, so I keep going. They need to solve their own problems. They're the best qualified people to do so. Why are men not asking other men this question? Your husband should be asking, I don't know, Gary Lineker about this, not me. For the rest of the tour, whenever I get asked about men, which I am almost every night, this is basically the reply I give. It always gets a laugh, and I believe it. It wouldn't be fair to make women solve the problems of men, particularly this woman. I believe most men are good, lovely, kind, fun, decent, awesome human beings. I'm violently opposed to the branches of feminism that are permanently angry with men, or who just hate men on principle, or who think men can't be feminists. Of course they can. There are as many decent men as there are decent women. Men are awesome. I married one. All 4 Beatles were men. Men invented John Frieda Frizz-E serum. I am an absolute fan of men. But ultimately, if forced to pick a team, I'm Team Tits. Up the women. God bless them, but let the men sort themselves out. For the next 3 years or so, this very much continues to be my stance. Indeed, in this, I am bolstered by being on Twitter every March on International Women's Day. 4, regular as clockwork, as soon as thousands of women start excitedly tweeting about events, feminist heroes, feminist initiatives, charities and art events, they are met by thousands of men tweeting in return, quite peevishly, but when is International Men's Day, huh? What about the men? No one cares about men. This is sexist. Year after year, in vain, the comedian Richard Herring would spend International Women's Day replying to each of these tweets, very patiently, with a simple fact. International Men's Day is November the 19th. Maybe put on an event. Tweet about that then. But the effect is always the same. I become massively irritated about men stomping all over a woman's thing and shouting, but what about us? What about you? Honestly, I don't care. Make your own things. Don't piggyback onto ours. It's 2019, and I have changed. I am starting to care very much. Because now, it's not me that's being asked these questions about men. It's my teenage daughters. I am currently on a Zoom call with one of my daughters, 2 of her girlfriends, and 4 of their male classmates. International Women's Day has rolled round.